Hello students, now let us start demand and supply analysis, demand forecasting. Demand forecasting means predicting or estimating the future demand for a firm's product or services. Important aid in effective and efficient. It is an important aid in effective and efficient planning. It is the backbone of any business. Objectives of demand forecasting. The short-term and long-term objectives are there in demand forecasting. The short-term objectives are formulation of production policy, regular availability of labor, regular supply of raw material, arrangement of funds and price policy formulation. Long-term objectives are labor requirement, arrangement of funds and to decide about expansion. The methods of demand forecasting are opinion polling method and statistical method. In opinion polling method, there are three methods: consumer survey method, Salesforce opinion method and Delfin method. And in consumer survey method, there are again three methods: complete enumeration survey, sample survey and test marketing, and end use. In statistical methods, there are four methods: trend projection method, barometric, regression and simultaneous equation. In trend projection, there are again five methods: fitting a trend line by observation, least square, time series, moving average and exponential smoothing. Now let us see the opinion polling method. In this method, the opinion of the buyers, sales force and experts could be gathered to determine the emerging trend in the market. Suited for short-term demand forecasting. The demand forecasting for new product can be made by qualitative methods. Opinion polling methods are consumer survey method, Salesforce opinion and Delfin method. Consumer survey method is one of the most common and direct methods of forecasting demand in the short term. This method encompasses the future purchase plans of the consumers and the intention. In this method, an organization conducts survey with the consumers to determine the demand for the existing product and services. Survey method includes complete enumeration survey, sample survey and test marketing and end use. Complete enumeration survey is to record the data and or aggregates of consumers. If the data is wrongly recorded, then the demand forecasting goes wrong. Sample survey and test marketing, only few consumers selected and their views collected based on the assumption that the sample truly represents the population. This method is simple and does not cost much. End use method. This method focuses on forecasting the demand for intermediate goods. The sales of a product are projected through a survey of its end users. Now Salesforce opinion method. In this method, instead of the consumers, the opinion of the salesman is sought. It is referred to as the grassroots approach, as it is an bottom-up method that requires each salesperson in the company to make an individual forecast or his or her particular sales. Delfin method. This method is also known as expert opinion method. In this method, seeks the opinion of groups of experts through mail about the expected level of demand. The identity of expert is kept secret. Now quantitative methods. These are the forecasting techniques that make use of historical quantitative data. A statistical concept is applied to the existing data in order to generate the predicted demand in the forecast period. The different methods are trend projection, barometric, regression and econometric. The trend projection method, an old firm can use its own data for past years regarding the sales in the past years. These data are also known as time series of sales. Now assumes that the past sales will continue in future. Past data is explorated. The trend can be estimated by using graphical, least square, time series, moving average and exponential smoothing. Now barometric method. In barometric method, demand is predicted on the basis of past events or key variables occurring in the present. This method is also used to predict the various economic indicators such as saving and investment and income. Now regression method. This method is undertaken to measure the relationship between two variables where correlation appears to exist. Example, the age of the air condition machine and the annual repair expenses. This method is purely used on the statistical data. Now econometric method. It is assumed that the demand is determined by one or more variables. Demand is forecast on the basis of systematic analysis of economic relations by combining economic theory with mathematical and statistical tools. These are the different demand forecasting methods. Thank you.